Again. Okay, this is MicheleMarieDalene. This time I did test the speaker. Yes, it is working. Yes, the sound is loud. Yes, it is power. Yes, I'm still testing things, but yes, it is working, so that's cool. The thing I was running into is I couldn't get the sound to work earlier. And then I realized that I didn't know, and I still didn't know, is if there was a reason why the sound wasn't working. And I don't know if it was working. So, yesterday, for a first-time video, we did great. We had a lot of people. Overall, we're watching it on the first episode, and then of course they came in and they watched the second episode and things like that. So that was really kind of nice to see. But we couldn't get the thing working. We don't know if maybe there's something wrong with the phone. I don't know. But is the speaker on? The speaker's on, yes. I watched the second episode and things like that. So okay, so that's what. Nice to see. But we couldn't. Okay, so let's get started with the news. Okay, what I tried to say to you earlier was the Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA. Those bastards that don't seem to listen to common sense have decided not to relist marijuana as a Schedule 2 or Schedule 3 for medicinal value or whatever. But they were saying is they were willing to throw a bone out to researchers to allow them to get marijuana listed as, so I'm not going to rebroadcast this, so they can get marijuana relisted as, I hate this program on this thing. You do too. By the way, Dawn isn't with us right now. She's not feeling well, so that's me and Lemmy are doing this today. Yeah, I don't like this either. So what are you going to call this, a redo? Yeah, I guess so. Redo. And, so, this is, post it. Okay. And, let's see. I'm going to publish it on Google Plus again because I want to make sure people know that we did restart it. And, so, redo. Do, broadcast. So, like I said, technical errors can happen and they suck because you can't do much about it. No, I don't want to discard it. I want to post it. You have to post key. I got it. So. Why is this thing? Share with. Oh. What the? Don't treat me like a kid. That's all. So, it doesn't sound like you're having too much liquid technology today. No, I'm not. This is just absolutely, positively mind-numbing. All right, so first of all, this is not an iPhone. Okay, this is an Android phone. And I don't do good with Android because every time I get into Android, it's like I always get into the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst problems. So, yeah, it's definitely is not really that great. But it works, sort of. But but the technology is like I said, this is Android. This is not iPhone. If this is an iPhone, it would be very different. Okay, and the iPhone is, to me, I prefer working with the iPhone much more than now it's some of the earlier screwed up video. Yeah. Okay, so is it working? It seems to be working now, yes. So yeah. I have to be honest, I don't like Android. I get really, really confused in this because Android is so problematic for me because I'm so used to. Okay. So anyway, on my iPhone or on an iPad, okay, first of all, especially on an iPad, you know, you have a big pad. And on that big pad, you have your screen, your big flat glass surface, and everything else that makes it easier to work with. Technically, this screen of this is about the same size as my iPhone 3GS. It's actually technically a little longer, but unfortunately, I don't like it. What about the old, the other one there? The Fabulous Phablet. The Fabulous Phablet was a 7-inch, which is a little bit bigger than this, and it was really easy to read. Someone stole it, even though it had a very older Raspberry, how many phones I got? Android phone that had a very older iOS. Android. I think it had Froyo. Stands for frozen yogurt, I guess. Froyo, and it worked okay. If it didn't have a broken USB port and things, I think it would have been quite cool. But it did, so. Now, what's going to be for this week coming up? By Sunday of this week, the temperatures are going to start to drop. You're going to start to see the temperatures modulate downwards, slowly but surely. And Dawn was going to come over to the in-house studio on Saturday, but I got a feeling because the heat is affecting her and everybody else in a very negative way, and it's probably not going to happen until maybe next week. It might be the only in-house broadcast, and that's what we're going to do. And also the latest update on the situation with the other stuff that's going on in the world. Oh God. Yeah, you know what I discovered? What? With that dashboard? I didn't think of this, I should have, but you can actually observe the live statistics on that. So if I go back to the Google dashboard and see. Yeah, you didn't think of that, did you? No, I didn't. And but I can tell you that there's a few other pieces of interesting history I did not go into detail on. First of all, is this going to show me the statistics? I don't see why not. It's you see your face on the phone. I see my face, yes. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, right now, in this broadcast, according to this, there's no one watching it at this moment. But you know what? I'm going to be honest when I say this, guys. I don't really blame you if you got mad and walked away. But you know, when you're doing live streaming on the internet and you're covering old material live, and there's no redos really, and it adds a lot of stress to a lot of newscasters because we have to deal with all these technical problems and stuff, and we have to fix them on the fly. Watch how many times I say broadcasting keeps getting mixed up with Donald Trump's news feeds from his variety of subscription sites that they work with, ABC News and Fox News and all that. It creates a real havoc for them. We're trying to do the same thing, and for the most part, we're doing okay. It's not, like super great. I gotta agree with you one thing. What's that? I recommend that you audio stream bitrate of 128 kilobits per second. So how come they're only talking about the audio bitrate? Good question. I don't know. 10:36 a.m. Alright, so hopefully by next week we're going to have a better session with our stream, and we're going to be able to get more material to you. But I will, what's the story with my landlord and the Section 8 people? Well, my landlord called them up yesterday. It was around 12 noonish. They already went to lunch. So he left a message with the people at Section 8 to try to find out what he can do about the situation. I also gave him the direct number that they can call them back at, because the way I heard him give his number, it sounded like he kind of left off the second, he has 2 digits at the end of the number, they're the same, and it sounded like he only said 1. But I didn't want to try to correct him on the phone because that'd irritate him. So I suddenly just realized, and I heard the message the way he said it. It sounded like he said the last number, you could really not hear it. So I said, here's the phone number directly so you can call them back. And he said, fine. And I said, well, this is the name of my coworker. Oh, I don't want to talk with that man. I think from listening to the voicemail of the Nick, he kind of felt extremely defensive. And you gotta understand, Nick has a notorious habit of being one of those kind of guys who can kind of make you feel pretty crappy. So, hopefully in the near future, he'll be able to get my voucher back in place and we'll be able to restore everything back to operational condition. I also contacted the my local credit card companies, First Premier, Capital One, and I made payment arrangements for September 3rd. Because with the Berkeley Fund coming in, they said about 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks is close to near the end of the billing cycle, or for this month, so that means that hopefully the payment will be processed. I didn't sign the bank draft notes, and they should be going out to them. And then, so that means that on the 3rd of the month, I got to pay T-Mobile, I got to pay First Capital One, and I'm sorry, I didn't correct things that was First Premier, but I will have to do something with First Premier as well. So yes, there's definitely that issue. Got a lot of things going on in the next few weeks that are still going to be a stress fest 101. But hopefully, with Mother God's loving help, we can try to save our bacon and try to keep things running and keep things in good standing for the communications for the future. And next week, of course, it'll be cooler, so Don will probably be back on camera with me, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And by the way, do you think that these streams live streaming really works out for doing videos on YouTube. I still think live streaming, I still think live streaming is a real pain in my backside, because it's not like it's going to be really easy to reach out and communicate with people. Let me just put this, there we go. People don't tend to realize there's a lot of thought that goes into these, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of resources. I had one person say to me, is if you're trying to make money, why don't you go ahead and try to start a business? Well, that's exactly what this is. Pink Rose Communications, or PRC. No, that does not stand for the People's Republic of China. It's another PRC, but that's not me. This is a business. It's supposed to be a media company, and it's become a really big challenge just to reach out there and talk to the American people. And I realized I should probably keep my phone charged. Let's see, live stream. I know that. Let's see if we can click still without messing up the stream. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh. Yes, it's plugged in. Yes, it shows it's recording. Yes. Okay. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is doing live streams like this take a lot of resources and money, and they're not cheap. And I'm competing against hundreds, if not more, of independent media sources on YouTube. This is just one of many, 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 many little feats, and it makes it very difficult to get out there and to do streams like this. But you know what? Once we finally nail out the mics, once we finally get things working smoothly, once we have, we get more familiar with this technology, it'll go a lot better in the future. And that's the whole goal of my plan, is to get out there and get more materials. Okay? And that's something I believe in. Oh yeah. When I get a chance, I am going to see about getting myself either an iPad or maybe an PowerBook G4 instead of this crappy little phone here, because then I would have a easier time checking things and easier to navigate around the screen. I would definitely say an iPhone or iPad would be a better choice. Yeah, or a very large phablet. Very large phablet. Okay, or tablet in general. But I tend to really kind of want the stick with the iOS devices, because my network is predominantly iOS, and so far with all this other technology, I'm just not doing too well with Android at all. But how's your doing? Well, right now this is let me just show you this, guys. I don't know how much I can show you this. Let's see. There's our eye chart. I'm sitting a little too close to it right now. So to test my eyes with this right now would be kind of cheating, because it's like, here's the eye chart right in front of me. It looks like, but I can still see it good enough to tell the results are not conclusive. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not conclusive. So, let's make sure it's plugged in here, and stuff like that. Okay, so for today, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, and I apologize for all the technical problems and stuff like that we had earlier. You know, it's just life. You know how it is. You can't always help it when you are doing the whole thing yourself. You don't have a production crew. You don't have an engineer in the studio going, "Hey, Michele, we lost audio," and something like that. You have to check everything on a very alien, big time alien interface that I'm not familiar with, and that's only added to the complications of trying to get things out there. And by the way, since there is going to be the referendum for the legalization of pot in Massachusetts, Maine, and California, and a few other states coming up in November, there's going to be a lot of reasons to watch the elections in general. The one thing I did not mention is the rats, the Republicans against Trump, are still at it, trying to tell, what's his name? Renice Fibus to try to cancel funding to Donald Trump. Guys, Donald Trump is financing his own campaign. The money that he's been bringing is to help you guys to work with keep the other guys a chance to get the funding they need to run for the House and Senate. What kind of a set of dickwads are you when you realize that you're trying to tell him, run this Philbus, to try to cancel Donald Trump's funding when Donald Trump's already doing his own funding? That's bullshit. Okay, I think it'll work. And so if anything, it's going to destroy everything that you guys, that this country is trying to do. Which is, we need to get Donald Trump wants to fix this country, wants to make it right, wants to improve it, wants to get America back to work. Which side are you on? You guys believe the mainstream media baloney about saying that Donald Trump doesn't have the votes? You know as well as I do, lies, damn lies, and statistics. It's all money, it's all laundered, regurgitated baloney. It's not based on facts. The real facts, the popular facts, is look at the situation with the number of people who are supporting the Donald Trump campaign. The grassroots support is incredible. This is amazing. No one has had that kind of support in either the Republican or the Democratic conventions before. Nobody's had that kind of support. Oh, isn't that also kind of interesting? This year in the Democratic National Convention, there was more violence and hatred by Bernie Sanders against Hillary Rotten Clinton being endorsed by Bernie Sanders than most people even realize. The few Bernie and Hillary Rotten Clinton supporters that try to attack Donald Trump supporters has been nothing compared to what we saw at the DNC. The DNC was a fiasco. Okay? Now, if you look at the popular vote and all the non-politically motivated pollster polls, you're going to see that Donald Trump has a large support from many, 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 many people, including me and Lumi and Dawn and many other people in the trenches. We know he's right. We know he's got something here. And we know he's telling you the truth. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You have a right to choose your own opinion. But I'm going to tell you what. If you're in a low-income bracket, Hillary Rotten Clinton is not going to help you. She's not going to give you jobs. She's not going to bring work back to this country. Look what she did to upstate New York as a senator. You really think she's going to bail you out and try to bring jobs back to the United States? Not if her hedge fund donors are going to have anything to do with it. They want to support the globalist agenda, which means to shut down the U.S. economy. We cannot afford that anymore. I can't believe this here. It's true. One out of American families have no breadwinners, no work at all. Okay? Home ownership is down the worst in 51 years. The unemployment, the real numbers, is higher than 20% unemployment rate. The number of people on food stamps in this country is more than 30%. And you're going to sit there and you believe that Hillary Rotten Clinton is going to bail you out? Boy, you have been misled over and over again by her agenda. It's to steamroll you into oblivion. Not to give you a job, but to take your job. To destroy your representation. To take away your guns. To destroy state sovereignty. To ram Common Core down everybody's throat. To continue the Affordable Care Act, or better known as Obamacare, which has become everything but affordable. With the costs of premiums going up in November, Blue Cross and Blue Shield in Texas and other states have said that the real truth is they're going to have to increase premiums by 60%. If you think that is going to make things better for an economy that's on the skids, boy, you are really misled. The truth is, this country needs workers. We need to bring jobs back to our people. We need to give people a reason to believe in the American concept. We don't need to bring in any more Syrian refugees. It's time we send them packing. And it's time that we start helping our veterans who fought to protect and serve. The same with the police who fought to protect and serve the individuals in the communities. That's their job. They have fought and they've been there for you. Now it's time that you be there for them. Well, for right now, like I said, I'm really sorry that we had technical problems earlier. And I know that this is probably gonna be one of those videos that really wasn't that good. Well, trust me, Monday we're gonna have a better video. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna test all the technology in advance. We're gonna make sure everything's working from the beginning before we even open our mouth. We're gonna make sure we start a video on time. And we're gonna get everything done on time. Okay? That's Monday though. That's not today. I can't do any more for today. But you know what? I want to thank you all for watching this. Screw ups or not, we're going to keep working on it. We're going to continue to fix it. Okay? Just stay cool with this, alright? It's going to take a while to get all this stuff fixed. And we'll do that. Alright guys, for now, I'll let you go. Bye-bye. Oh, Michelle, before I go. I just want to remind people that make sure to watch the video channels. My channel, your channel. Watch all the videos. And, keep, in touch with us. Right. The contact information is on the main YouTube, or my main YouTube page. You can find the email addresses, contact information, everything there. And hopefully by next time we do this, we're going to have the information in a timely manner out there and published and easier to find. Right. Okay, guys. For now, hope you have a nice day. Stay safe, stay cool, and relax. The heat's going to break on Monday here in Connecticut. All right? So, until then, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, guys.